Hey everyone, welcome back to WrestleScope, the home for everything wrestling fans need to know, and today we've got some major updates that you don't want to miss. Let's get right into it because there's a lot to unpack. First off, let's talk about one of the most surprising moments recently, Sami Zayn dropping the United States Championship. Just when it seemed like Sami had built real momentum, capturing the US title in one of the biggest feel-good moments of the year, he suddenly drops it. And not just in a long, drawn-out feud, it was a quick turnaround. That left a lot of fans wondering, what happened? The truth is, this wasn't random. Sami's US title win was never meant to be a long reign. It was more of a transitional move. WWE has been experimenting with the mid-card titles, both the US and Intercontinental Championships, and using them to build momentum for rising stars or test the waters with unexpected talent. When Sami won the title, it was a reward for his ongoing popularity, but it also served a storyline purpose. Giving him the belt created excitement, but it also opened the door for someone fresh to take the spotlight shortly after. Enter Ilya Dragunov, a hard-hitting, intense competitor who's been gaining serious attention for a while. WWE has had big plans for Dragunov for quite some time, and they wanted to make an immediate impact with his return. The fastest way to do that? Have him take down an established, well-loved star like Sami Zayn. That sends a message. This guy is for real. And it gives Dragunov instant credibility on the main roster. There's also a possibility that Sami is being set up for something bigger. He's already hinted at chasing more gold, possibly even stepping into world title territory. WWE might be freeing him from the US title scene to move him back into upper card storylines, or maybe even into a tag team or a surprise feud. Whatever the case, Sami losing the title isn't necessarily a setback. In fact, it could be the beginning of the next major chapter in his career. Of course, losing a title always stings for fans who wanted to see a longer reign. But if we've learned anything from Sami Zayn's journey, it's that his value isn't just in holding belts. It's in telling stories, connecting with the crowd, and being that underdog with the heart to keep fighting. So, don't count him out. This might be the reset he needs to climb even higher. Now, shifting gears, let's talk about something much more emotional, the possibility of a major WWE superstar stepping away from the ring for good. We're talking about none other than AJ Styles. Recently, AJ opened up in an interview, and what he said hit hard for a lot of fans. He's made it clear that he's planning to retire within the next year. That's right, AJ Styles, the phenomenal one, may be having his final run in WWE, and this time it sounds like he really means it. For those of us who have watched AJ's career from the early days, this is a huge moment. He's been one of the most consistently incredible performers of the last 2 decades. From his work around the world to his incredible WWE run, AJ has proven time and time again why he belongs in the conversation as one of the best to ever do it. But, as he said, he doesn't want to be the guy who keeps going past his prime. He wants to walk away while he can still perform at the level he's known for. That kind of self-awareness is rare in wrestling. A lot of legends have stayed too long, and the fans remember their final years more than their prime. AJ doesn't want that. He wants to give fans the best of himself until the very end. So don't be surprised if the next few months include a farewell tour of sorts. Special matches, maybe a dream feud or two, and then one final match that closes the chapter on a phenomenal career. This also creates a major shift in WWE's roster. Losing AJ Styles leaves a huge gap in veteran star power, and it raises big questions. Who fills that void? Who becomes the new standard bearer for consistency, professionalism, and big matchability? It also makes you wonder, what happens after retirement? Will AJ stay involved with WWE behind the scenes? Could he become a trainer, a mentor, or maybe a producer? Knowing AJ's love for wrestling, it's hard to picture him walking away entirely. One thing's for sure, when AJ Styles says he's thinking about retiring, the entire locker room pays attention. And finally, we have to talk about something that shook the wrestling world on a personal level, the emergency surgery that WWE Hall of Famer Rikishi recently underwent. News broke that Rikishi had to be rushed in for surgery following a sudden health issue. While the details have been kept fairly private, the situation was serious enough that he had to cancel several appearances and events he was scheduled for. That tells you this wasn't a minor scare. It was something that required immediate medical attention. Thankfully, word is that the surgery was successful and Rikishi is now recovering. But anytime you hear about a legend going through something like this, it's a reminder of how fragile life can be. Rikishi isn't just a Hall of Famer, he's a beloved figure in the industry, a cornerstone of the legendary Anoa'i family, and a man who's given a lot to this business. He's also the father of current WWE stars Jimmy Uso and Solo Sikoa, and his presence has had a huge influence on their careers. So his health scare hits a little closer to home, especially considering how much his family is currently involved in some of WWE's top storylines. Wrestling fans know that behind the characters and the storylines are real people, with real families, real struggles, and real challenges. This situation with Rikishi reminds us all that even the biggest stars are human. Right now, all focus should be on his recovery, his health, and his peace of mind. And the wrestling community, from fans to current superstars, have been pouring out support and love. It also brings up another thought. Will Rikishi return to WWE television when he's recovered? He's been speculated as a potential addition to Bloodline storylines before. Maybe after healing up, we could see him step back into that role. But for now, the most important thing is that he takes the time he needs to heal. As fans, we often get caught up in the excitement of titles, returns, and matches. But stories like this one remind us of what's most important: health, family, and legacy. Rikishi has already built a legendary legacy. Now we just hope he has the time and support to enjoy it. So to wrap everything up, Sami Zayn losing the US title wasn't a punishment or a mistake. It was part of a bigger creative strategy and possibly the setup for Dragunov's rise and Sami's next big moment. AJ Styles talking about retirement? That's a wake-up call. We're seeing the end of an era and the beginning of a changing guard. And Rikishi's surgery? That's a reminder that our heroes are human and we should never take them for granted. Let me know in the comments what you think. Were you shocked by Sami's title loss? Who should AJ face in his final match if this is truly the end? And what would you want to see Rikishi do if he comes back on TV? If you enjoyed today's update, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our deep dives into the world of professional wrestling. Thanks for watching WrestleScope.